Welcome to the Groove Dudes Podcast, the podcast for analyzing drum grooves and busting chops. My name is Cody Moulton, joined here by my co-host, Tabor Carl, to be exact. And, guys, welcome back. It's been a while. Sorry you've been gone. Life happens, Life happens. And,
yeah, dude.
So we planned to take that time off. So we're good. It wasn't like a whoops. You know what I mean? You know what I mean.
No. It was very much planned.
Yeah. You made me mad, and I don't want to talk to you for a couple months.
Well, I did throw a drumstick through your computer monitor.
Yeah,
right?
you threw it at your camera, and it came out of my monitor and hit me in the face.
Yep.
So anyway, we're back. And we've actually spent a lot of time planning what do we want to do with the podcast. Now that we've had a few episodes under us. What do we want to do? How do we want to provide more value to the drumming community? And so something that we've thought of is we want to start a couple series going forward here. And the first one that we decided to go with is called How to Write Drum Parts. So we want to just talk about what are some ideas you can use when writing drum parts, and what do they mean, and how can you experiment with these, and all that good stuff. So we've got, I don't know, Taylor, what have we got, 6 or 7 episodes planned in this series, something like that?
Yeah. It's going to be awesome. Different ways of thinking to generate that creative juice if it's running dry, and make sure the parts come out exactly how you want for your song.
Yeah, so this first episode is choosing your groove. So really groove focused. And we want to focus on a couple ideas here regarding, well, how do you write drum parts? The most important thing, and I love this about drums. Okay, so drum set playing, the way that I always explain it and contrast it with things like drum line playing, is drum set is very elegant, and I think it's meant to flow and feel really. It's supposed to groove. And it's not to say drumline isn't. I did a few years of drumline myself. That's very mechanical and precise, right? And so when we're talking about drum set, we talk about groove. That's like, you gotta kind of like move. It's got to make you feel like grooving, feel like dancing a little bit. So we want to focus on how do you retain that, but also play around with some ideas with time and feel that are a little bit atypical. So do you wanna talk about some of these ideas, my dude?
I'll start us off. So the first idea we have of creating different grooves is comes from this clip I just saw randomly from Benny Greb. It got me thinking, where he likened drumming to turning radio channels. I thought, wow, that's a really interesting thing. So he was saying, like, he's tired of hearing it. What is the radio? What is a radio channel? Like, I think as drummers, we all have this habit of being locked in here or here or here, however you play, and doing this sort of stuff. And then when the big fill comes, and Benny was saying, thinking of songs in that way is kind of like you're turning the radio channel on the listener, is how he put it, where it's like you're listening to one song and then all of a sudden someone grabs the thing and goes, different station. And he said sometimes he hears drummers make those decisions and it kind of takes him out of the song. And so his whole idea was like, well, spice it up, because fills are a transition to get you into the next section of the song or to add some flair interspersed in between the vocals of the verse or something, right? But can you keep it grooving? Which my interpretation of that is, does it still contain a backbeat while you change what's going on, right? And so this got us talking and thinking. We were like, well, one of the ways that we could use this style of thinking is to take a groove and make it halftime, right? Because you're changing the feel. You're maybe introducing another section, or you're in another section of your song. But simply by making it halftime, you're really changing it. And for listeners who don't know what halftime is, I'll do my best to explain. Standard 4/4 groove, right? Normally, snares are on beats 2 and 4. So if I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Call that what? A standard beat,
Yeah.
classic beat, right?
Yeah.
Halftime is to cut that, well, in half and just put a snare on 3 and no other snares or backbeats as they're referred to in the beat. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm playing the same groove, but it now
Right.
a new element. It feels different.
Yeah, you're changing the feel. So this is a fun idea because halftime can be awesome. I don't know if you guys have seen some of the videos out there. This dude will go remake like pop songs and do a rock version, or he'll make a country version of a metal song or whatever. And I don't remember the dude's name, but he'll change the beats and do like a halftime thing instead on the chorus, and it changes the feel of the whole song. And so we thought this would be fun because it challenges you, because you don't want to change the radio station still, right? If there's any way to change your radio station, it could be really easy to do that if you misplace where you implement halftime like that.
Right.
But people do it all the time. Drummers do it all the time, and it sounds awesome. So we have a couple examples. I know Tabor's got a song that he's already written. It's already out on Spotify, which is a really good example of this. I've got a song I'm working on with a buddy of mine where I don't really want to change it, but as I've explored this idea, I might. And I'll talk about that more, and then we'll have one more song from Tabor, and then we'll wrap. But let's jump in, my dude.
Sweet. I should mention I did not solo write this song. It was also written by the great Elise Fernandez, who is a wonderful friend of mine, and she crushes it, kills it on this track.
There you go.
Yeah, play it, and then I'll play it here. I can't play it with the song because Cody's not where I am, and there's a delay. So I'm sorry, listeners.
Yeah.
You'll just have to take my word that I played the parts you're about to hear.
You'll get a taste, and then we'll go from there. All right, here it goes.
Let's do it.
When I was young, I felt so down. Used to be strong. My mind's a circus clown. Become withdrawn. I cannot handle pressure, and I'm falling down.
All right. It gets
Heck yeah.
There's a good part after that, but yeah. For sake of time.
Goes into some quads and stuff. So it does halftime,
Right.
air quotes, because we're also changing time signatures at the same time.
Halftime.
So it's
feel.
in 4.
Right.
Yeah. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7. That's hard to count and play at the same time. But what's happening is I've got my snares on 2 and 4 for half of it. And then when I go to halftime, it's actually a measure of 7.
There you go.
And then stays in that halftime feel when it comes out of it to give it more weight. That's how I interpret it. It's like it's heavier,
Yeah.
right? Not necessarily like heavier, but it's just
Right.
the music sits a little bit more.
It opens up more, right?
Yeah, that's a great way of putting it.
Yeah. Yeah, I like
So-
it. And the groove is
Yeah.
still there. I mean, honestly, the first time I heard this song, I was like, "What? Like, what happened?" You know, because my mind and most of our minds are trained in 4/4 time. Like, we're used to that. That's most songs, most popular music. It's 4/4 time. So anyway, whenever that breaks, it always goes, oh, and it makes it more interesting as long as you keep that groove. It fits really well with the song and what you're trying to do.
Mm-hmm. Right on. So try that out in your song. If you're like, man, I do this the whole time. Try adding in some halftime. See how it goes. But your example is also halftime. So I got to get out of
That's
your way,
right.
dude, because your song's
Oh,
freaking.
dude, you're good
dope,
at it,
dude.
man. So I have it's really rough, guys. Okay, I'm gonna play it on here. Okay, but it's just me and my buddy spitballing this idea initially, and so we don't even have lyrics on this recording, and he doesn't know I'm sharing this. So sorry, Lenny, my dude, but I don't care. What are you gonna do? Fire me? Yeah, he's not. So this song, it's called "1 Year Later" by my band Sworn Brothers, and so it's got a pretty straight feel for most of it. It's in 4/4 time, and it has a verse, a pre-chorus, a chorus, and then a post-chorus, a verse, pre-chorus, chorus, kind of a flow. And so let me play it, and then I'll explain what I'm thinking here. So here's the verse. Here's the part where I'm going to experiment. Okay, so the thing I want to experiment with is, so that verse beat is, it goes like this. So that's the verse beat. Now the pre-chorus, it still keeps the backbeat in the same spots. So the pre-chorus. So that's how the verse goes right now. Now I feel like it'd be fun to change it. I like how that feels, and I don't want to change it on the first verse and first pre-chorus. But it could be kind of fun to change it on the second pre-chorus only, right? Mm-hmm. So coming out of the verse. Going to sound like that.
Yeah, and then back into the full-time groove.
Back into the chorus, which is... Which actually plays with time signatures a little bit.
Cool.
But yeah, so that's an example of... I like how it retains the groove in the first verse, the first pre-chorus, and the first chorus. And it just kind of keeps that. And then you get to the second verse... And I quickly get bored of songs that are overly repetitious. Both Tabor and I are huge progressive metal fans, right? So
yeah,
the beautiful thing about progressive metal is you get 7-minute long songs that change their format all the time. It's not verse, chorus, pre-chorus, verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, end, or whatever. They're just doing stuff, you know. And by the time you get to the 18th chorus, like, it's different, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. There's a variance of it, and so I like doing that. When you get to later in the song, keep it interesting. Maybe we change to halftime somewhere, and we do something like, you know. And maybe even opening that up more. I keep putting this extra snare hit in there.
Yeah, the Fall Out Boy snare.
Yeah, I like the... I see what... We're going mad.
Yeah.
I hate that song.
That's like
we
the song from the catalog I could dig. Yeah.
And see, that's the thing is, you know, you like bad music and I don't. So anyway, I'm just kidding. Hey, Fall Out Boy, I'm just kidding. All right. Anyway,
I'll throw another drumstick through my camera and have another fictitious battle with you.
But it's the extra stick after that I kind of want to pull out to let it breathe a little bit. You know, instead of going that whole I don't like
Yeah,
that
yeah.
extra one in there, I don't think. But
You know what you could do
What's
on
that?
the mixing side of things, on the drum sound side of things, which is a later episode, but this will be a tease for it. Up the reverb on your snare in this part, so it just has, or put a delay on it. So
I guess reverb.
if-
Gosh.
it fills more space.
Yeah,
'Cause-
reverb. I don't know why I'm making the. Gosh, I don't know why where that's coming from, but
It's got a reverse crash on it too.
yeah,
Layered over.
yeah, that's a cool sound effect. So
Yeah.
all right, so there's a
Well, I
couple
just-
examples.
Yeah, I was just going to point out, like, just rehash this, like, it doesn't have to be the same every single time. That's such a powerful songwriting tip. So if you're a person listening to this wanting drum ideas, don't be afraid to change your second chorus a little bit. Maybe it's just a different fill. Maybe you go halftime.
Right,
Maybe instead of the hi-hats, it's the ride. But
right. Maybe it's every chorus,
make a change.
like Tabor's song.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just once in the whole song, because you want to like pump the brakes a little bit and get something to open up, and you know what I mean. So I'm pulling up this other song of yours here, my dude.
Sick, yeah. So this one's a work in progress. It's not out yet, so a little sneak peek for the podcast listeners. This one, it's not halftime. I just change the placement of the snare to the and of two instead of on two. There's a couple other things that change too, but this is an example of not changing the radio channel from Benny Greb's analogy, but just alterating what happens slightly. So it's about a minute in. Let's hear it, Cody.
All right. I haven't even heard this, guys. This is new for me. So.
Oh. That'll do it. That'll do it.
Yeah, I got it. All right, yeah.
So I drew inspiration. That's me singing. So if you didn't like the
dude.
voice,
Deal
Ugh.
with it.
deal with it. You'll never get in the salty spittoon. So that's a deep cut SpongeBob reference.
Yeah, so much SpongeBob, dude.
But just the lyrics, I sing, heart's still there, whatever. I don't even know my own words, dude. But the lyrics are more drawn out, so I wanted to draw out the drum beat some more. And then my words pick up, and I say this kind of fast thing. And then it goes back. Play the fill and that sort of thing. And so just wanted to share that one more quick example before we wrap up, Cody, because it's I just moved the snare a little bit. I also changed from 8th note subdivisions to 16th note subdivisions, but ignore that. That's not part of our theme here.
Mind your business. Stay in your lane,
yeah.
everyone.
Yeah. You can only absorb one idea at a time.
Yeah, you actually made me think of one I want to show, another one I want to show, and I just pulled it up from my Bardsmith
Sick,
project.
dude. Let's do it.
And because it's the same, I don't know why I didn't think about this, but because I'm a dum-dum. But the chorus starts in halftime, and then it switches back and forth between. I guess maybe you could say it starts in double time, and it goes to, or starts in normal time and it moves to double time. So I'll play that, and I have no idea where it starts. So this could be awkward, guys. And this is a rough demo too, but deal with it, you know. Yeah, I should probably turn the volume on. That's usually a good start.
Knife in the dark won't keep me down. A cowardice heart can't bear the ground.
Okay, so that's enough that you could see what's going on.
That's awesome.
So what's happening is this thing right here. Something like that. So same idea. It's just switching over to double time. So yeah, we should wrap this because guess what? My computer's about to die. I didn't plug it in.
No,
I'm an idiot.
we better wrap it up then.
So Taver, drum us out while I
Heck yeah.
do the thing. But everyone, thanks for listening. This was fun. We like this focused approach to doing the episodes, and so we hope you do too and can learn something new about how to write drum parts. So follow us, the Groove Dudes Podcast. We're on YouTube and Facebook, Instagram at GrooveDudesPod is our handle everywhere. Write us a message at GrooveDudesPod@gmail.com. Like, share, subscribe, share with your friends, get the word out there. Tell us your ideas. Give us some of your examples with halftime or double time so we can see good examples of how that can work and really flow in a song without disturbing the radio station. So until next time, my homies, bust some chops.